So there's a lot of big matchups today, but Seamus Callan has developed into the most unbelievable goal scorer. He scored, I think, 19 in the last 3 championships. So if Dahi Burke can hold him, I think that'll help Galway. I think Dahi Burke is having a huge season. So look, it could go either way, but I'm fancying Galway by a point or 2.
OK, well, let's take a check on the teams at this stage then. And since last year, Galway have been reshaping their side, but the goalkeeping spot remains in the very safe hands of Colm Callan from Kinvara. Against Clare 3 weeks ago, Johnny Cohen was moved forward, you remember, into midfield. As of now, he's listed to wear his usual maroon number 2 jersey. That, of course, could change. If change does happen, Gearóid McInerney could revert to corner-back, with Dahi Burke also very highly adaptable, in particular because of his aerial strength. As Michael was saying, he could be on Callan. Adrian Toohey was a somewhat surprising inclusion before the quarterfinals in Thurles. He excelled in that match, retains his place and could play in the half-back line. Between them, this half-forward line has accounted for a total of 33 goals, 341 points, with Joe Canning accounting for 25 goals in that, and a whole grand total of 264. While this inside forward line on paper will look to improve on the Clare match, where only Cathal Mannion was able to manage a point on that particular occasion, that quarter-final. Tipperary's netminder Darren Gleeson has been enjoying a highly successful season, beaten just once so far. Mind you, he's been afforded decent protection from the men in front of him, where cornerback Cathal Barrett has been capturing much of the attention because of his outstanding quality this year. It's another red-letter day for Championship novice Seamus Kennedy, regarded as a footballer up to now. He could, of course, have been here twice this month. In at centre field for Tip is the team captain, Brendan Marr, and another of the true emerging stars, the tall man, Michael Breen. This time last year, one of the biggest cheers of the day, you may remember, was when Noel McGrath returned after an illness worry and got among the late point scorers in a dramatic ending. But the man of the moment then was Seamus Callan, accounting for 72% of Tip scores. Today he has a strong ally in John McGrath, the scorer of 3 goals and 2 points in the Munster final. There's always a keen rivalry between these teams. Let's now have a chat with the 2 managers. They have been speaking with Des Curran.
5 weeks since the Munster final. It's a long layoff. How have you handled that?
We've handled it quite well as far as we're concerned. We had a couple of rounds of club, in week 1 and 2, which I think was a great distraction for the lads. Give them a different focus for those couple of weeks and allowed us to get back to our work as well. So yeah, I think we're here in good shape. We're certainly very happy to be here in the All-Ireland semi-final.
Brendan Marr spoke recently about the hurlers coming up 2 weeks ago to support the footballers against Galway. It must be a great mood in the county right now. How have the players fed into that? Yeah,
well, it's unusual, and we're obviously thrilled and delighted for our footballers, to be in a semi-final as well. It's a remarkable achievement. Look, obviously we have to focus on ourselves and not allow that kind of a hype or good feeling get on top of us. We've a job to do. We're here to do it, and that's our focus here today.
Micheál, in your first season in charge, you find yourself 70 minutes away from an All-Ireland final. How have preparations gone since the Clare game?
They've gone really well. Everybody's been really focused on the work we do for the last 3 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to today.
And the suggestion is, of course, that you've got an inside line on Tipperary from your time there. That's been played down by both sides, but they looked hugely impressive in the Munster final. How do you go about winning this game?
Look, I think when you get to this stage of the championship, I think it's the same for each team. You just concentrate on your own game, what you can bring to the game today, and that's all we've been focused on the last three weeks, trying to get our own game right for today. And as I said, everything went well for us, and we're looking forward to getting going now.
Right here to be here. The match is going to be handled by match referee Barry Kelly from Westmeath. We're off and running, and it's Galway who try to get first possession, but that is lost immediately. Michael Breen gets a little shoulder, more than a little one, quite a hefty one indeed. Eventually it's Cathal Mannion who throws that pass back into the side here and away by Gearóid McInerney to try and set up an opportunity for Jason Flynn to go forward here from the 45-metre line outside. And then the challenges come in strongly, and there's no free given, and Galway still maintain their attempt at getting the opening score through Joe Canning. Maybe that's high, that's accurate, that's over the bar. It's the start, the perfect start they have looked for Galway. A point inside the opening 40 seconds.
Yeah, we see Cathal Mannion moved out to wing forward, Joe Canning picking it up back to the goals, and Joe can do that back over his shoulder. Fantastic score.
To Tipperary. It's going to be a Tipperary Limerick minor final. Tipperary and the senior here with Paddy Marr getting possession, his first touch. Hand passing it across as far as Cathal Barrett. Barrett across the line here once again, eventually taken up by Seamus Kennedy. Sweeping it away from outside the 45-metre line. Big deep one down in towards Niall O'Mara. O'Mara gets first run on this against Aidan Hart. Tries to get into a better scoring position, lays off the hand pass here. Bonner-Maher thrust it back towards Noel McGrath to put the teams on terms. Great point, the two number 12s have scored.
Yeah, great team score there by Tipperary. Niall O'Mara, Bonner-Maher they're out to Noel McGrath, and Niall O'Mara did some very good work in the build-up, and Noel McGrath back to full health.
Seamus Calden. In the meantime, Joe Canning comes forward once again, right on the end line, stopped here. Gleeson gets down, makes sure of it, challenged by Conor Cooney, still gets it out. Now he's got to clear it. Good work by goalkeeper Darren Gleeson. Big down, one downfield. First of all, it's the stick there of John Hanbury trying to get that ball away. Challenged by Dan McCormack, and McCormack gets it into his hands. Hand passes it off here. Brendan Marr coming through near the circle. One back eventually by Cathal Mannion. And out of danger. First to that ball was Mickey Cahill. Only as far as a Galway player, however, it's Adrian Toohey diagonally across here. Broken down here as far as Ronan Marr. His first touch. Back downfield again, big huge one. Will it beat them all? It will indeed. Just challenged there by John McGrath, the star of the Munster final for Tipperary with 3 goals and 2 points. Hand passed across, held somehow by Michael Breen. Michael Breen lets it off and puts it over the bar. First of the day for Michael Breen. It now means he has as many points as goals in Championship Hurling. That's 4 goals and 4 points to his credit. Tip lead by 2 points to 1.
Yeah, we're seeing huge work rate. Brilliant catch there, but we're seeing huge work rate from both sides. John McGrath was the one who created that after chasing back 30-40 yards.
Puck out straight into the hands there of Conor Cooney. Well directed, low inside there towards the young man, Conor Whelan, who stepped into full forward under 19 years of age. Didn't get that particular ball. Rising up for this one is Aidan Hart, fumbles it somewhat, picked up beautifully by David Burke, whipped away from inside his own 45-metre line, goes towards Jason Flynn at right corner forward, wearing number 15, gets away from his man who's Mickey Cahill, plays it back here as far as Whelan, and Whelan tries to split the posts here and succeeds in his quest. First shot at the target, first point for Conor Whelan, the 19-year-old from Kinvara. Game level, 2 points apiece.
Yeah, Joe, we were expecting a big game. Of what a start we've got here. Beautiful ball back out by Jason Flynn, out to Conor Whelan, over the...
James Barry for Tipperary. 2 Galway players go for the one ball, Johnny Cohen and Aidan Hart. Fumbled. Niall O'Mara has to go back, work hard for it, get it under control. That's not easy. In then comes Conor Cooney. Cooney has support players. Oh! What a goal! What an opening! Conor Cooney, his 7th ever championship goal. And that comes after 7 minutes. It's the breakthrough for Galway early on. Yeah. Smart play.
And Jerry, we see the importance. Johnny Cohen moved to midfield for his pace. Look at that for composure by Conor Cooney. See Johnny Cohen there, beautiful hand pass inside. Conor Cooney takes a look. He was only one thing on his mind was to stick that in the net. A brilliant finish.
Wonderful build-up, great execution. Well, it's putting it up to Tipperary now to respond immediately. Brendan Marr falling down 20 metres.
Just Matt, get your matchups right and see who comes out on top.
First shot at the target for Seamus Calden. 3-9 last year, 3-8 the year before against Galway. First point of the day here. Picks it up, instinctively has a shot, hit in head corner back. Dispossessed, however, by Dan McCormack. Very hard working half forward for Tipperary. Feeds it back. Michael Breen then swinging this one in, and that one is another beautiful point. Great score. Breen's got enough. John McGrath now, it's Noel McGrath. Oh, off the post. Hit the crossbar. Swept away out of danger in the end by Dáithí Burke. What a chance that was. At the other end, Conor Cooney going again, shortens the grip on the stick and taps it over the bar. Lovely score. Should have been a goal at one end, ends up being a point for Galway at the other, and it's now 1-3 to 4 points.
Yeah, well, that's a 4-point swing. Conor Cooney having a great start on Cathal Barrett. But before that, here you see Noel McGrath, shortened up the grip, beautiful shot, and saved it. No, missed it completely by the goalie, off the crossbar and back out.
Certainly was. Here's another chance. Brendan Marr this time, point for the taking, not going to miss from there. 1-3 to 5 points. Some match so far in the opening 10 minutes. Absolutely exhilarating stuff. Let's hope it continues.
Well, midfield, yeah, here you see again Noel McGrath. Lovely pass by John. 9 times out of 10 top of the net, not this time, but
Here he comes again.
yeah, well, he's going to get a yellow card here, and this is very, very early in the game. When you're full back on Seamus Callanan.
This to put the teams level if he can. Should be able to do so. The teams are level for the 3rd time. Second pointed free by Seamus Callanan, playing in his 37th championship match. 1-3, 6 points. Michael Conor Cooney tip, counter-attack instead, down towards Callanan. Daithí Burke reaches up for it. Callanan's got it. Callanan takes off past Burke. Didn't get a yellow card the last time. The referee has blown the whistle again. So another foul committed by Daithí Burke and another free in, and Tipperary can go in front here.
Yeah, but you see the hurling brain of Noel McGrath here again. He could have went for a long distance shot, but he played a lovely ball on the diagonal inside. Now there's the yellow card now. That's for the persistent foul. He gave him the benefit of the doubt the first time, but that's 2 fouls. That's good refereeing by Barry Kelly.
And I just wonder whether Galway can continue to experiment with Daithí Burke marking Seamus Callanan. He's got to be so disciplined at this stage. They've got a decision to make.
You know, Daithí Burke is going to have to be disciplined, and Tipperary will know this. They're obviously going to be playing Seamus Callanan anyway, but you'll see the next few minutes now they'll be trying to find him every chance to get.
3 from 3 for frees for Seamus Callanan, and Tipperary slip into the lead by a point.
Yeah, great response by Tip after the Galway goal. They've really been on top now for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
That's well up there towards Cathal-Mannion, couldn't get it. It's Tipperary coming again. It's Michael Breen. What a season he's having. Out comes Callanan, away off from the full forward position, back as far as Noel McGrath, one of the great leaders of this team, one of the great strikers of the ball from distance, and a fine point taker. That's his second. By now he could well have a goal and 2 points to his credit, but it's 1-3 to 8 points. Tipped by 2.
Yeah, but all these scores are coming from the same place. Tipperary dominating the breaking ball in the middle of the field. Every ball that's been broken, Michael Breen, Brendan Maher, Bonner Maher picking up the breaks. As I said, and Johnny Cohen breaks onto this one.
That time it was Ronan Maher going for it, dropped it. Johnny Cohen, difficult one to take here for David Burke. Inside towards Conor Whelan. Too many Tipperary players surrounding him. One of them is Paddy Maher. Gets that situation under control. Delivers it very neatly down here to Noel McGrath. A loose player making a run, and that loose player is Patrick Bonner Maher. Goes the other side of Porrick Mannion. Mannion tries to get back goal side, tries to get in a legitimate challenge, can't succeed in doing so. Dan McCormack hand passing it back here, back as far as John McGrath. Would love to score here. First point of the day here for the younger of the McGrath brothers, John McGrath, the 22-year-old. The delivery in the end by Seamus Kennedy. All the way back down again. Route 1 towards Callanan. Daithí Burke bends, gets the ball. Callanan pursues him. This time it's slipped in as far as Adrian Toohey. I think it's the first time he's got possession in this match. Back in the half-back line he's playing. Wearing number 9. Back in towards the forwards once again. On a perfect day, little breeze around. And he's put that one over. 2 for Big Joe. So now 9 points to 1-4. 2 between them. Callanan, who has scored a total of 2 goals and 25 points now in All-Ireland semi-finals, looking to add to that. Well, he's missed it just to the left. Challenge, drives it in into the corner. Race on for possession here. Jason Flynn getting there first, slips it back inside towards Joseph Cooney, and they're claiming it went off the defence. Joe Canning hitting this 65, and it's gone over the bar. From the Davin end. Pressure on the backs immediately with Bonner Maher under that one. Gets it on as far as Callanan. New boots, but no luck with the shot. Right across the face, as you can see. And this to try and put the sides level for the 4th time in an absorbing game so far. Some great scores, some great free taking as well. That's the latest one there. So now it's one. His hands full against the Bonner, you can be sure. Breaking out of defence there. Taking it well, David Burke out of defence. Out as far as Joe Canning, a crunching tackle. And it's Paddy Maher who came in that time. Out over the sideline went Joe Canning. And he certainly felt the effects of that. Just have a look at this shoulder tackle again. Crunching.
Yeah, I'm surprised Joe picked it, ran into the tackle. See there, no malice there. Very, very hard hit.
Everybody's getting a little bit excited on the sideline here, but it was some tackle by Paddy Maher. Burke, things have settled down from his point of view after the early pressure when he got a yellow card. Since the last score, it's 10 minutes for Tipperary. That's quite a while in a match like this. But maybe things will improve in the next few minutes. Toss Hamill is in there for Tipperary, number 21. In place of Paddy Maher, who's also getting attention. Garrod McInerney breaks away from that, hand passes it back as far as David Burke, makes room for himself, slips it across over towards Cathal Mannion. A lot of movement. Now there's a gap here. David Burke hitting it, and David Burke putting it beautifully over the bar. First of the day for the big St. Thomas's man, the 26-year-old captain of this Galway team. And he's made it 1-7 to 9.
I mentioned Noel McGrath's hurling brain earlier, and David Burke up there, right up there with the great classy hurls. Beautiful 1-2 there with Cathal Mannion. Mannion showed great composure too, slipped it onto him.
Is Andy Smith diagonally across here towards Conor Cooney's wing, falling down under that, needing support, getting it there from Joseph Cooney, slips it over his right shoulder and slips it over the bar as well. Great point by Joe Cooney. 1-8 to 9, Galway by 2, 26 minutes gone.
Yeah, and Andy Smith showing all his experience there, picking up the break, a lovely diagonal ball, and Joseph Cooney was having a great year for Galway. Slipped that over the bar, and here's Joe Canning back in, and this game has had everything, Jared. Absolutely brilliant game so far. Garrod McInerney there, wing back for Galway, really coming of age so far, thundering into this game.
Yeah, it's an absolute thriller. What we expected here at Croke Park this afternoon. Galway have men back, they need men back. Garrod McInerney once again blocked down. And the very willing Patrick Bonner-Maher of an injury problems. He lost his helmet there, it was taken off him. Eventually Cathal Barrett knocked it away with the hand as far as Seamus Kennedy, and the St. Mary's man drives it into the square. One for the goalkeeper, Colm Callan, kept his eye on the ball all the way. Spotted the fact he had Callan, that's Seamus Callan coming in on top of him. In it goes. Aidan Hart back into the forward line once again towards Jason Flynn. And the referee calling back the play, indicting James Barry this time. It's going to be a free in.
Well, I think they won that free for Jason Flynn. He never took his eye off the ball, he kept going for it. Probably just a slight tug there. One of those ones, you know, you get some days, you don't the other days.
Very, very gentle breeze blowing into his face. And that is well dispatched. Back within 2. Just about inside that left-hand post. Sigh of relief from the Tipperary fans as the umpire went for the white flag. Calden's got a 4th. His team has got 10. 9 to 10 points. The puck out, flying through there. And this time, it's Conor Whelan chasing after it. Helped this occasion by Joseph Cooney. Cooney flashing it across goal. Towards the other Cooney. Oh! What a hoop that time. Conor Cooney was ready to pull the trigger. Across came Paddy Maher. They're still battling for it. The goalkeeper was involved. James Barry also. Galway recycle it. Get it back here as far as Cathal Mannion. Trying to make a better angle for somebody else coming onto it. Perhaps it'll be Johnny Cohen. Trying to do too much that time. Too many backs around. It didn't bounce up kindly for him. And Tipperary can breathe a sigh because they've managed to deal with that particular attack, and Brendan Maher has managed to get it away downfield once again. Coming out to get it here and losing it initially, but regaining it, Pádraig Mannion towards Johnny Cohen. Back around midfield at this stage, all the way up as far as Conor Cooney. Trying to steal a march here on Cathal Barrett. Succeeds, and the umpire decides he needs technical aid. Goes to Hawkeye. Tán O'Neill through the post, that normally means a kneel. Aidan Hart having to put his helmet back on. Yeah, he thought it was an honest challenge.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I think he just pulled a little bit wild across, the ball was gone away from him, and
match when they were simply tearing through that Galway defence. Hasn't been so easy in the last 20 minutes, that's for sure. Seamus Callan to take this, to add to his 4 pointed frees already in this game. It's 5. from a potentially dangerous situation to his namesake David Burke, way downfield, all the way down towards Joe Canning, in it full forward at this stage, gets first run on that against James Barry, and he's injured as he went down for that. Tip won it back once again. It's Ronan Maher initially, and then the drive in towards the full forward line. And the referee, blowing his whistle, saw some jostling and awards a free to Galway.
And Galway 2 men down. I don't think there'll be any rush to take this.
Well, there's a
Seamus
concern
Calvin
here as we watch this once again. This was where Daithí Burke did extremely well. Adrian Toohey had been attended to. He's okay, I think. But the concern now is about Joe Canning. Well, Cyril Donnellan is being prepared to come on, even though we are after exceeding the 1 minute of added time. Play continues. Galway have it. Jason Flynn, little snapshot, and it's over the bar.
Point in this All-Ireland hurling semi-final, and it is Galway leading Tipperary 1 goal and 10 points to 11 points. Henry Shefflin, Liam Sheedy and Cyril Farrell are here with me in studio. Cyril, Galway are 2 points up, but I guess in a game like this that doesn't really matter an awful lot because you suspect this is going to go to the wire.
Yeah, it's ebb and flow, but it's very noticeable, Michael, as the game went on the first half. The Galway backs are getting on top of Gleeson's puck out. They're smothering the tip attack and they're not getting as many scores. They looked early on to be walking through, and then all of a sudden it settled. Daithí Burke was having a ferocious battle with Cannon, and all the other backs are stepping up to the plate as well. One major concern for Galway, like to have to drive on, is Joe Cannon. It looked like, maybe it looked like a hamstring on, and if it is gone, as the boys know, Henry especially, if it's gone, it's missing.
Yeah.
But after saying that, in addressing me for missing a big player, it's time that other players stand up and kind of more or less do it for him. They're in a good position, but 2 points won't be enough. They will have to drive on, but they'll still be happy to be 2 points up rather than 2 points down.
Of course they will. It's been a fascinating first half for me, Liam, because it has ebbed and flowed. There was one point where it looked like Tip were going to pull away, and then they were reeled back in again.
Yeah, they were, and the goal, I mean, I would have said the first goal would have been a massive score, and in fairness, it was a great score, but like Tip recovered really well after conceding the goal and tagged on a few points, win 2 points ahead themselves.
Yeah.
But then Galway, to their credit, because Tip were cleaning Galway off in that half back line at that stage. You know, every puck out was coming straight back down. Noel McGrath getting on the ball. Midfield were well on top. Michael Breen and Brendan Maher 3 points between them. But then in the last 15 minutes, David Burke and Johnny Cohen in the middle of the park, they came roaring into the game for Galway, and that created a platform. Tipperary, Michael will be very disappointed because Seamus Callan and John McGrath, these guys inside, aren't really seeing enough of the ball, and he'll be saying to them in the second half, we've got to get these guys busy, you know.
Very light breeze blowing into his face, and that's gone up, and it has gone over. Wasn't much margin for error there, I can say. But a good start by Tipperary, very positive, got into the attack immediately, meant business. And we confirm the changes. Sandy Smith is one of the 2 changes, the other is Cyril Donnellan. Bonner Maher, bright start to the second half by Tipperary. Dan McCormack swung around by Andy Smith. Once more it's Seamus Callan to take this. This time outside the 45-metre line. Shouldn't pose too much difficulty, keeps it lower than the last one, but deadly accurate. Eventually it is Garrett McInerney who got it out to David Burke, and away into the forwards. Oh, what a great little snapshot that was by Jason Ford over the bar. A second point for him.
Yeah, great put dive. This is an amazing catch here. Maybe a chance of a goal here if he just steadied himself, but I'd say that was on Jason Flynn's mind, but you can see this again. Just got that body in. Great play by Jason Flynn over the bar.
And straight up through the centre this time. Looking to try and hold on to it. Niall O'Mara slipping it back. Up steps Michael Breen. And once again, the flag is raised and he's got 3. First of the second half. What a catch this is by Cyril Donnellan. Rolled on there with a hand pass towards David Burke, but breaks away from him, comes back to James Barry. Barry under pressure, foul. Referee says play on. Bodymar does. Delivers a huge one in towards the square there. Right pressure on. And McGrath can't believe his luck this time. John McGrath felt he was in for a goal for Tipperary. It was a great delivery, one-on-one. Should have been.
Absolutely great catch. John McGrath has been relatively quiet. Brilliant catch, and in fairness to Colin Callan, he stood up well. Great refereeing. The advantage was given down the other end of the field. And we just see there, Dahi Burke outfielded. John McGrath very strong in the air, and he can't believe it didn't make it into the back of the net.
Oh, the goalkeeper stretched so well, and Dahi Burke was there as well to help out. It's going to be a 65 at the end of all of that. Every one of them has been from a place ball. Quite a contrast to last year, but it's early stages really, relatively speaking, in this match. And he'll keep on putting them over the bar if he gets those opportunities. 8 games, as they say. Conor Cooney's going to take this. Scorer of a goal and a point so far. Make it a goal and 2 points. He's taken over the free.
Taking frees for St. Thomas's.
Teams level again. 7 times they're level at this stage. Seamus Kennedy from his own half-back. Oh, interjected brilliantly here by Joseph Cooney. He scored already. There's at least a point on here. He's got a goal instead. From a passing error by Seamus Kennedy, in came Cooney to profit and to score his 3rd ever championship goal. Galway second of the day. Galway 2-12. Tipperary 15 points. It's Galway by 3.
Well, Tipperary just got too clever here, and brilliantly read by Joseph Cooney. And I said to myself, tap it over the bar, where is he going? And he just kept going. He'd nothing else in his mind. An absolutely brilliant goal. That man for them all season.
Oh, he certainly has matured as a player. On as far as David Burke. David Burke trying the diagonal again over towards Jason Flynn this time. Winning the race there, or trying to win the race, was the cornerback Michael Cahill. Still he goes. Cahill takes a shoulder there of Cyril Donlan. That's enough to dispossess him. Conor Cooney slips the ball back as far as Aidan Hart, and the wing back has a look at it, watches it, but sees it sail away to the left-hand side. Forward, who normally plays in there, is out taking this free, and that's Seamus Calden. It's 65 metres from the target, striking it smartly, hitting it with accuracy and care, and making it point number 9 for the day so far. So it's 1 back.
That's a fantastic strike on a day where, you know, Tipperary have only scored 3 points from play from their forward line. Noel McGrath has 2, John McGrath has 1, and 4 points from the middle of the field with Michael Breen with 3 and Brendan Marble with 1. So Callan's free taking crucial.
Last year Tipperary got all the goals, all 3, and lost. Galway couldn't score any goals that day and won. It's so many points. Will the reverse happen this time around? Pádraig Mannion going forward, had a support bearer outside him, but also had Patrick Bonner-Maher in pursuit, in hot pursuit. Ball lost, but Bonner did his job initially anyway. Now Noel McGrath got a knock to the back of the head as he played that ball in towards Brendan Maher. Did really well that time. Noel McGrath on the return here, and McGrath high and over the bar. 3 for Noel McGrath, another one for Tipperary, and they are back within 1 once again, 2-12 to 17 points.
Yeah, that's a beautiful strike. David Burke with a great catch, but he was closed down straight away, and Tipperary now right back in this game, and a fantastic contest again this second half.
It really is anyone's match. Ronan Marr hoping it'll be Tipperary's. He's having a go, and why not when you could do that? Scoring from a huge distance out. Well, he might be applauded. His first point ever in championship hurling has come here in the All-Ireland semi-final.
Yeah, an inspirational score there, but great young player. He's only 21 years of age, and that's a fantastic give. You know, he's not much in the game.
Ball towards himself, but this time Tipperary's half-back line augmented by Mickey Cahill. They're in numbers. Can they win it? Eventually it's away by James Barry, out over the side. New free taker. He got the last score for them from a free. A goal and 2 points for him. 40 metres out from the target, and he makes little of the angle of difficulty confronting him. Another very well taken. That goal post should have been able to recycle that.
Yeah, something he doesn't do too often. He normally has the head up, he's looking for the man, but that was a poor wide. You saw Cahill Barrett before that. You know, they're the type of wides that kill you when you're going well, and it kills the momentum.
Calden's puck out for Galway. Bounces away off the stick of Seamus Kennedy. Back in towards David Burke of Galway. Across here towards Conor Cooney. Back it goes to Aidan Hart. Again, they keep the movement going, and Smith sells a dummy. Good deception. Beautifully down as far as Conor. Whelan from Smith. 20 metres out. Right-hand side of the goal and over the bar. Second point of the match. O'Weary might be hooked, shortened the grip on the stick, got it away, but it's gathered in very quickly once again by a Tipperary player, by Mickey Cahill this time. Over as far as Pádraig Maher. Maher, who would love to score. His brother has, and he's done it as well today. Pádraig Maher playing in his 36th ever championship match for Michael Ryan's team. has made it 2-14 to 19 points.
Yeah, great play there. Michael Cahill had a look up, picked out Tariq Maher with a lovely ball. Galway had retreated very, very deep. You see David Burke in there, and when the ball was cleared out, there was nobody there, only the two